Babe.
Hmm?
You're done. You're done your first year
Yeah.
of law school.
I ain't trying to think about it for the next month.
All right, let's get started. Give me a second. You're not excited? No?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You mean excited about the topic today? Because I am.
I didn't even mean the topic. I just meant excited about not thinking about law school
Yes.
for a while. All right. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Taking the Stage podcast. Okay. Babe, how was your day? Oh, sorry. I'm the math guy, Steve. This is Paige, babe.
Look, math magician.
Oh, mathematician, Steve, I guess.
No.
For today's
I have
episode.
it on. So I'm a math magician.
You're a mathematician. Interesting. Never knew. I know you.
2 times 2.
That makes you a mathematician? Dang. Well, Shane is. Mel is probably.
My nephew is a math magician. Hold up.
Actually, you're not wrong. So, how was your day?
It was okay. Last final today. My mom watched Mel. I'm sure Mel was Mel.
You know how people say that them things be thinking? Mel be melon.
She does.
That is a fact.
That's one thing about her. My favorite part was trying out that lunch spot. It was really good.
Oh yeah. Lunch spot, locally.
Yeah.
With moms and
Yeah,
stuff.
it was like a natural place, like natural juices and you know stuff that I like.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. And just getting to spend time with everybody. Well, mainly with like you and Mel, and not have to. Oh, am I close enough?
I think so. You're good.
Okay.
I turned it up.
Yeah, because the past like couple weeks have been pretty hectic, so it's nice to give y'all some time.
I'm not supposed to burp on the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I was talking about me.
My fault. So yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, today was a good day for both of us. I finished my last regular classes. You got to hang out with moms and the baby, and Mel. I don't want to say the baby anymore because we got another one on the way. But you got to hang out. And you finally finished your second semester of law school.
And we got our KitchenAid mixer.
First year. And we got a KitchenAid mixer, which you're clearly excited to.
I'm super excited.
What's the first thing you're making?
We're making butter.
We're making butter. Not me. That's what the nieces and nephews call me. Okay.
And we don't even eat butter like that.
We don't. But you're excited to make it.
It's for the greater cause. I want to be able to. It's for something.
Yes.
So we can like show everyone else how to do it. So it's good to be able to put our things to use for the work.
All right. Good. And how was your week?
What's today?
Today's Thursday. It's 11:30 at night on a Thursday.
I'm like, is the whole week gone by already?
It's almost the end of the week, but I just meant the past week, like since our last party.
It's been like really.
You had
fast.
all three of your exams were in the past 8 days.
Yeah, it was like everything just kind of went by so fast.
Yeah.
Especially because a huge chunk of our time is always spent like at church and stuff. Yeah. And so when we come back here just to do like work in school, that time goes by so fast. And then it's like, oh, okay, it's like a new week coming up very quickly.
Also last weekend I had the message. And so it's that was just draining and we didn't get much time with just us. I was working on the message and everything. So
the baby has been very active like this week. So
growing. And we ain't talking about Mel.
Yeah. Talking about third.
Okay. Oh yeah, we've come to the conclusion that
we're gonna have to do a poll with everyone.
We have 2 nicknames. SJJ is what I'm going to call him. And Paige is going to call him just third. So we're going back and forth. We're probably
shout out to Roderick for those.
Shout out to Sir. Shout out to young Sir. So we're probably going to call him both or some variation of both. SJJ, Stephen Jr., or third. Okay, so But yeah, it has been a busy week, a hectic week, a long week.
Yeah.
But we're rolling.
We made it and we are here. Like I always say, that should be my little tagline.
We made it. That's what's up. Okay, so last week we talked about our wedding and about
people falling out or passing out.
About people passing out.
Yes.
Not people, one person specifically. We love you. We love you. Just know that. And so this week we said we were going to talk about our honeymoon.
Ooh.
So the continuation of that story. And so let's start off with just
something in my teeth. Do I?
Say it again. You got something in your teeth? Yeah, you do have something in your teeth. That's okay. I got you. Anytime I don't want to do it on the video. Okay, it's a little weird. So let's start off with just we ended.
It's fine. We married. It's okay.
I know, babe. I just didn't want to spend time doing it, like getting out of your teeth. We ended with just the day of the wedding and just us passing out. We mentioned that we, did our thing the morning after.
Oh my goodness!
Of the wedding, we mentioned it in the last party. And so let's continue from there. So the day after, we didn't. Okay, so we had our own little personal time that morning, but our honeymoon wasn't until 2 days after the actual wedding.
Yeah.
And so we had a day in between. So that day we were still in the hotel. We checked out of the hotel, and then we actually. Do you remember what we did after that? That day before we ended up packing, we hung out with our friends.
Yeah. Because we had people from out of town. One of our friends came from New York, and she was like hanging out with us. Shout out Diesel. Yeah, and so I remember it was her and I believe Aaron. Oh, we saying names?
I just said Diesel. I was giving nicknames.
It was her and I guess some other people.
And Contrell, go ahead.
And we just like hung out and I don't know, just continued the wedded bliss, I guess. And I kind of like how there was no like, it wasn't awkward. It was just like, still, everybody was still in like turn up mode. Yeah,
it wasn't, see y'all married now. Okay. All
yeah,
right,
it
y'all
wasn't
just this
like,
married
they
couple.
didn't make it weird.
Yeah, it was more like, because we've been together for so long, even before that. And then all of our friends who were there, all the friends we were talking about, they knew us as, Staige anyway. So it was like you said, nothing weird. It was kind of just continuing the turn up type of thing and kind of just enjoying, all right, okay, we back together again. Let's enjoy each other's company and hang out.
And I was glad to have like a small turn up because I didn't really get to do it at the wedding.
Yeah.
So I was like, and we were like going into vacation mode.
Right.
So that was a lot of fun.
What? It was a good time. It was a good time. And so after, we packed that night. And
yeah, because you remember my mom got us some new luggage.
Yep.
And stuff.
Luggage.
So my aunt came and we like packed and everything.
And then the next day we had.
Oh, it was an international flight. So we had to like make sure we had passports and all that.
I'm getting to that. Where did we go, babe?
The DR.
The Dominican Republic. That's where we ended up going for our honeymoon. And first, why did we choose the DR?
Because we were choosing between a few different spots. I think I don't know why we chose that spot.
I remember vividly why we chose the DR. Number one, international. We wanted that for our...
Because I know we were saying between that and like Jamaica.
So we're never going into international. So we know we wanted international. It was either DR or Jamaica. It was affordable. DR was a little more affordable than Jamaica. But also, I mean... We had heard good times, good stories about people going to DR.
Yeah, that was during a time where like everybody was having a good time, but it was like right before everybody started getting killed out there.
Yeah, the craziness that we heard afterwards, in the years after that. But no, yeah, we had heard good stories as well, and so we were just like, yeah, this is a great spot. So that was our first international. I mean, we had traveled before. Well, Paige is not really a plane person. She's not really a go on flights person. That's not her thing. Definitely not during COVID, but even before COVID. And so...
well, not long flights, but that flight wasn't long.
Yeah, but you didn't really like flying at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And so yeah, but anyway, but this was gonna be our like this is us finally like because every time we would go on vacation, usually we would drive or we would ride with somebody. We wouldn't. Paige, what I told you about yawning on the potty? Goodness.
I'm sorry.
Every time we'd go on vacation, it would be us,
like driving distance. Yeah.
Or riding with someone, but not really flying. And so it was our first time out of the country. So how was customs? How was the flight? How was the travel in general for you? I mean, how did you do you remember how you felt during then?
Everything was pretty easy. You know, like the earliest flight you can get on. Where,
so you could go back to sleep?
Yeah. So I go right back to sleep or to sleep on the plane.
Yeah.
And also I like that the airport isn't like packed.
Mm-hmm. So it's not,
and you can like, take your time and stuff like that. So our flight was very early.
Yeah.
And I remember it being early. And customs it's really easy at like 4:00 in the morning.
Well, exiting. We'll get to entering. We'll get back to that when we get to the end.
Yeah, but we were doing the like all of the pre-flight stuff, so we didn't really have to wait for anything.
Yeah, and we left really, really early in the morning. So,
was it on our way there or back when the guy was like sitting near us and he was asking like where we were going and stuff? And you remember when we told him that it was our honeymoon, and he was like started writing this note. And I was like, what is he doing? What is he writing down?
That wasn't on the way there. I vaguely remember that story, but remember on the way there, we actually saw Randy's mom in the airport.
Yeah, she was going to visit. Yeah.
Oh, we're not supposed to say names.
Oh.
Diesel's mom. We're terrible at this, clearly. We saw Diesel's mom.
On the way out.
Yeah, on the way out. She was going to somewhere else, to Atlanta, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I don't think it was on the way there. I think you're talking about on the way back. But we'll get to the on the way back.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking. I didn't know if it was there or back.
Yeah.
But yeah, the flight there was, I don't know, pretty easy. It's just like general stuff like you fill out all the forms and stuff for international flight, and then we got there.
And when we got there, arrival, and getting so we got there, we landed, and we got there again. No, we didn't leave early in the morning, right?
Yes, we did.
When we got there, it was nighttime.
Yeah, when we got there, it was nighttime.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, sorry. Okay. When we got there, it was nighttime. And there weren't really taxis available we had to get to the hotel somehow. We didn't plan ahead as far as
the shuttles weren't available.
The shuttles weren't available
because it was late
again, and there was no just regular I guess driving service or
there weren't
ride share type of situation.
There weren't any driving services like the airport official ones.
Yeah,
there weren't any official setups for you to get from the airport, which is on the opposite side of the island.
Yeah, and so all there is
just like the city
regular taxis.
Yeah, and we don't know the culture there or anything. First of all, those people thought we were straight from Dominican Republic.
Well, yeah, we seemed like
because when we got there, half the people they were telling you to go left or right when you got off the flight to see if you need to get your things checked, and they just let us go straight on through.
Y'all go ahead, literally past customs.
Yeah,
on the way in.
We didn't have to do anything.
Weird. And because we looked like locals apparently, and a lot of times throughout the entire from getting off the plane up until we got to our hotel, most people were speaking Spanish to us. That's their native language, or not native language, but that's the main language there. And most people speaking Spanish to us, and we're not fluent in Spanish.
Yeah, it's we know enough to kind of understand what people were saying, but not enough to be conversational with it.
So I guess they assumed that we were locals, that we looked Dominican essentially,
and it was kind of late there. I mean, I don't think it was late there because a lot of people were still out and doing things when we got there.
Mm-hmm.
But to us, it was late.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when we got off the flight and we were like going through the airport? You know how they have like the little shops and stuff, and one of the shops was like I guess like a liquor store or something.
Oh yeah.
And the salesman was just like handing out these shots, and I'm like, he's not even checking ID or anything. I guess they don't have to do that.
Like
He was like,
I decided to take the shot.
Like
Paige was rather apprehensive.
I was like, no, thank you. I am not taking this random.
She was like, Steven,
thing
really?
Rum.
And that's their main thing is rum. We're gonna get to the rum stuff.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, no. So it was interesting just getting off the flight and just kind of, I mean, I've been on flights before, but not realizing that it's a whole nother culture.
Yeah, everything looks so different, and like once you're outside of the airport, you're there basically, and it was just like
by definition you're there.
Black.
Right? By definition you're there.
Well, you know what I mean. Like you're in someone else's country, and so it was just like pitch black. We didn't like nothing. We weren't used to anything or used to any of the people, and like you said, no one spoke the same language as us. And
I mean, they spoke English, but it was
yeah.
And either you were fluent in both, or your English was broken, where you mainly spoke Spanish.
So I remember this guy was like, "Well, we can help you get like a taxi." Like the one who was telling us that there were no more shuttles and stuff. He was like, "Oh yeah, I know this cab company who they make this trip all the time," and I'm already like,
"They're gonna take care of you." That's what he said. They're gonna take care of you.
And I'm like, "This man lying."
Paige's first thought before we got on the shuttle was, "We gonna die."
Yes, that's what I was
first day in this new country.
Some people don't care.
So
and what happened?
And then, to her credit, the very next thing that we experienced after we're looking outside out the window of the shuttle in this
and
new
not
country,
seeing anything, like you would
you just driving through it looked like desert.
Yeah, but it was just so dark, and all you could see is like these like vague like outlines of people walking along the highway. And I'm like, man, one of these people out to get us. They're about to pull over on the side of this dirt road, drop us off, steal our stuff, and have us laid out on the side of the road. We're about to be headline news.
Let's be fair. Paige has these ideas no matter where we go.
I know.
So it's not just because we were in Dominican Republic or because we're in a different country, because we're overseas. Paige is apprehensive at all times.
I think that's a great quality.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying let's be fair to DR that it wasn't DR's fault. This is Paige. She on. Okay, we gonna make sure we good, right? I'm keeping. But wait, what you say? False say all the time. Keep your eyes open.
Yeah, keep your eyes open.
So, but to Paige's credit, the very next thing that we experienced was
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh, so the driver is talking to us, and the whole time I'm like, Steven, make sure we have charge on our phone. Like, make sure our parents know where we are. Like, we're texting our parents the whole time. Like, okay, we're in this taxi. Like, stand by the phone just in case it's an emergency. Like, what are they gonna do? We're in a whole different country anyway. But still, it's just so someone knows, where we are in case these are our last moments. And so the taxi driver's like, do you guys mind if I make a stop? And in my mind, I was like, yes, I do mind if you make a stop. But I looked at you and you like put your hand on me and you were like, oh, no, sir, go ahead. So he pulls over at this like gas station. It looks like
shady, to say the least.
Yeah. It kind of looks like like one from like a scary movie or something.
Yeah. And so we're like, okay, he's got to stop and get gas. Got it. As soon as we pull up to the gas station.
Yeah, these like two guys come up with these huge guns.
There are people there who are there to protect the gas station, apparently.
Yeah, security with massive guns.
With like, not just like 9s. They have like AKs.
Like military grade weapons.
Yeah.
And
we're like, okay, this is something straight out of a movie.
I definitely thought we were about to die.
Oh no, we're gonna die tonight. We're gonna die this day. So,
Because the guy got out like so casually. I thought I thought the back of those doors were about to open up and that was just about to be it. Because they were standing directly next to the taxi the entire time he was pumping gas. And I was like, how am I even supposed to make sure that this dude is really pumping gas? Like, I'm scared to even turn my head to look like next to me.
but again, that's security in their land, in their part of the world. And so we don't see that here. So we just weren't used to it. It just kind of.
And I'm not used to like catching a taxi and then them being like, can I stop for gas?
Yeah.
Usually that's something that's taken care of before you decide to go pick people up.
Yeah, that's true too. So, but anyway, we made it safely.
On the longest
resort.
ride, that ride probably was only like 20, 25 minutes, but it felt like a lifetime. Like once you get to the other side of the island, you see like all of the resorts are
in one area.
In the same area. Mm-hmm. So you just see lights. And I think we both like kind of breathed a sigh of relief. Mm-hmm. And then when the gates opened up for the resort, we were like, okay, we are here. We see golf carts rolling around.
And we told ourselves, we're going to stay here.
Yeah, I was like, I am not leaving this resort.
We're going to stay here till it's time to go. So, but when we got there, it was a good time. We checked in. The first thing that was offered to us was rum.
Yeah, like
that
those
is the
daiquiris.
Thing in DR. Actually at the check-in, they offered us the daiquiri with rum in it. But then even when we got to the when they brought us to our room, it was like, y'all need rum, right? Y'all need some rum, right? And so they give you the entire time.
Not even like miniature bottles.
Not fifth. Yeah. Well, yeah, almost a fifth, I guess. They feed you a lot of rum. Like
when we whenever we would leave our room, like the package we had was like an upgraded package. So it came with a special person to help you out throughout your trip and stuff.
A host, essentially.
Yeah, a host. And so whenever we would leave our room or anything, they would come and...
First they would text you and be like, y'all need anything? Like
he would text every day and be like, do y'all need anything? And when he says anything, he's like, anything I can get you. And also... anytime we would leave, like, we would just go to, like, get something to eat, and then we would come back, and there would be, like, another bottle of rum on the couch.
Like, I just tried. We tried to finish it last time. We could not finish.
Like, I think we only finished, like, one bottle of rum while we were there.
How are you bringing more rum?
I'm like, they see all of these unopened bottles of rum. Like, why do they keep bringing more? We can't take this with us.
If you move it out of the fridge, they're going
to bring some more.
It was ridiculous.
It was so ridiculous.
Well, and not to mention that there's an open bar that when we're having drinks during the day,
there are many
already
bars.
Drinks there.
There's drinks by the pool.
Why would I get back to the room? I don't have enough. I can't do that.
Right. It was like crazy.
So, but anyway, that was the first thing that was offered to us was a lot of rum.
Yeah.
And then we had a good night. I mean, the hotel room was actually pretty nice.
It was a really nice hotel.
We had the jacuzzi on the balcony. Mm-hmm. The bathroom was nice. The room.
Yeah, private
pool entrance. There was a pool right below our actual, which is kind of like a lake, right below our room.
Private beach.
Yeah, private beach part of it. So I mean, it was a nice.
And we were on the quiet side because we weren't on like the regular hotel side. Yeah, we were on the opposite side, so that was nice.
Which we visited that part a couple times just to see what was going on. That was like
because there were like different shows and stuff. Mm-hmm. And there was like a club, but we didn't do that.
We went to one of the shows like the last night. I think.
The show was fun.
Yeah, but it was a good room. Then some of the things I wanted to talk about was now the rest of this. Okay, so that's the first day. The rest of this is out of order. I don't remember the order. I kid you not. I just remember the things that happened. We got our own measure of drinks. Mm-hmm. One of which had a name.
Oh my goodness!
Called the
Mama Juana.
If you've ever been to Dominican Republic, Sure, have your mama wanna.
I would say don't.
Just don't have more than one.
Because it tastes so good.
It tastes amazing.
It's like really sweet. And they warned us about it.
They said they one of the locals called it, oh, that's the baby maker. That's what he called it, the baby maker.
Yeah.
Because it tastes delicious, except you get
toe up.
Okay, I didn't want to. Well, you get toe up. You get toe up, yeah, sure. Mm. So Mama Juana's was good. Well, first, before we even get to that part, one thing I did want to bring up was that this is when I knew. Oh, it felt real to me, and this is, I know, a weird thing, but it felt real to me that we were in another country. So we got there, we settled in, unpacked and everything, and then we turned on TV and we got on Netflix. Do you remember what was on Netflix?
Yes, because I put it on Snap.
What?
Fresh Prince.
The Fresh Prince was on Netflix. And in my head, I'm like, when they put Fresh Prince on Netflix, that's crazy.
I was on Snap and I was like, when did they put Fresh Prince on here? And somebody snapped me back and was like, it's because you're out of the country. They don't play it here.
They don't do that. They don't do that. They don't do that in the States. Oh. I was like, oh, they even got a different Netflix in a different country. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize. So that's
and
what I was
the news. Like, I remember we kept the news on a lot.
Because we got the news and the weather. But yeah, we wanted to make sure we were up to date on. Because we were there. How long were we there?
Like
3 to 4 days?
4 days?
At least 4 days, I think, yeah. So we wanted to make sure we were up to date on what was going on in the local area, but also the weather, of course. So again, these next events are out of order. Mama Juana's, we went to the poolside bar, got introduced to Mama Juana's, we met some people there.
We played,
this couple.
What was that called? Pool volleyball?
I was going to bring that up. We played, no, not pool volleyball. What is that called? They played in the Olympics.
What was it called?
It's like
not
volleyball,
handball.
but you're throwing with a soccer ball, but you're throwing in a net. I forget the name of it. But yes, we played that. I happened to be the goalie because...
We was good at that game.
No one else wanted to be the goalie. I was actually amazing.
Well, we was playing with like a bunch of old people too. We were like the most athletic people out there.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We played that. We hung out with, again, some people that we didn't know, some people that...
We met some people from Louisiana there.
Met some people from the boot. Some of the local bartenders, we hung out with them for a bit. Got to know them. We went to a few different food places, one of which was... we went to dinner at the local... not local, but at the restaurant that was at the resorts. One of those nights, which was pretty good. Then...
Oh, and they gave you fresh fruit every morning. That was really good.
That was
the best coconut I've ever had.
Yeah, coconut. I remember, you like fresh coconut. I'm not really a fan. I like coconut flavored stuff, but not really the chewing. I don't know, the texture is weird for me. I'm not really there. But yeah, they gave you fresh fruit every morning.
And one of our things was we had a dinner on the beach.
Come on. You don't know how to follow a storyline, fam.
You said it was going to be out of order. I thought you were just going through all the food stuff.
Well, okay, so to that point. So, we decided that while we were there, we were going to go on 2 extravaganzas, right? I think they called them extravaganzas. Excursions. That's the word I was looking for. I typed it in. I was like, I think it's called extravaganza. I think that's the word. Excursions. And we each decided we're going to choose one each.
Yes.
And so
okay, listen. The things we chose basically tells you everything you need to know about us.
So, Paige, you chose yours. What was yours again?
I chose the private beachfront dinner.
Private dinner on the beachfront.
Yes.
Where there
was music and 10 dancing. Tables.
It was
so couples was intimate. Yes.
Intimate. You at sunset. Sun's going down, and you just it was amazing. I chose ziplining. Ziplining. Right up our alley, and Paige enjoyed every second of it.
Ziplining was just like...
So, in ziplining, let's get to the ziplining story. We're going to come back to the beach one. Because ziplining was actually first. We decided to go ziplining. So, to get there, you have to take a shuttle from the resort to the actual ziplining place. Now, in doing that, we actually go through the actual city. And so we're passing through the locals essentially. So we're not in the resort. We were passing through the actual regular city part, and it was interesting. It was interesting to say the least. Just kind of noticing the difference of.
You see, like, all the poverty and stuff. Like,
poverty,
the kids were running after the shuttles, like, no shoes and stuff on, like, trying to give us flowers in exchange
at the
for
stoplights
money.
there, offering you flowers for $1.
And we would, like, pass by these gates, and you would see, like, people trying to, like, peek through the gates and underneath the gates and stuff like that. It was just, like...
It was,
It made you feel bad because you're there for, like, this... just regular reason for a vacation at a resort, and then you go through and you see all of that, and it's like, man, can I give them my vacation? Like, that's what it felt like.
Well, and really you see where, and not to go down a path, but you see where the locals are taken advantage of because they're in this tropical island essentially, where you see that these resorts are kind of just making money off of the locals, and so maybe they hire the locals to be a part of the resort, but you can kind of see the complete difference in how
you can definitely tell where the money goes.
Yes, exactly. But okay, so we went to the actual excursion to the zip lining. We got there. The people explained so we're waiting for a little bit. Then the people explained to us exactly how we're going to do it. We have to put these, straps on, these back straps kind of around our waist and everything. And then we're going to be ziplining. We're going to be hanging ourselves on the line and just flying through. Now, they do explain to us that if you're not comfortable, that's okay because, the first few are just kind of,
lies.
Easy ones. They
were so...
They float you through.
They were not telling the truth when they told us that. Because I'm thinking they're talking about like a baby practice one. And then when they said what the first one was, I was like, this can't be the first one. This looks like it should be the last one.
Hey, wait. So we're guiding through it. Me and Paige, since we're together, we see other people that we've seen at the resort. So we and people that we rode in the shuttle together
like
with.
Families and stuff.
Yeah, so we kind of get to, not know them, but, we're familiar with them at least.
And then you remember in the instructions, I'm sorry, just to finish off the instructions part, they were like, if you put your hand a certain way, like you could like lose a limb, or don't turn your head this way, don't
probably
go
shouldn't
back.
say those things. But.
Like, I was just like freaking out. Like so basically you can't move at all, or you're at risk of losing your entire life or a limb.
See what I said? How she get kind of she's on 9.
That's what they said.
Anyway, so they have to say that just for precautions, but they probably should have said it a bit differently. Anyway. So, we, in the first zip line, so we decide, okay, which way we're going to go. And so, because, we're the only 2 together. We don't have like 5 of us together. So we decide, okay, I'm going to go first so that if Paige gets stuck or if anything happens, I'll catch her. I don't want her going by herself. And then they push her to go to the next one. I'm not there yet, blah, blah, blah. So, because it's, how many courses was it?
12.
They call them courses. There's 12 courses, meaning 12 zip lines that you're getting on for the entire time. So the first one, I guide through, boom, and Paige, it takes her a bit, but she guides through. Now, they do, like, for smaller people, or for younger kids, they'll clip on themselves with you.
I think I should have had somebody clip on with me. Cause
Paige, you were a grown woman.
Age only, but what I'm saying is, you remember I kept stopping in the middle because I wasn't heavy.
I was going to bring that up. I was going to try not to rib you on it, but since you brought it up. So, on like the second or third one, so again, the whole point of a zip line is it's on an angle. For the most part, it's on an angle. But also, you're pulling on one side and your body weight is supposed to carry you as you're sliding to the next part. That's the point. Your body weight is supposed to do that. Paige, in her scariness and her freaking outness, a couple times got stuck because she's just holding on to the actual zip line or to the rope that she's hanging from rather than carrying her body weight. She's pulling down on the rope.
I didn't know what they meant by the body weight thing.
So you knew what they meant about your arm could get detached, quote unquote.
I was like, okay, so that means be stiff as a board and don't move. And my eyes
Don't
were closed.
move. You gotta be carried to the next spot. How you not gonna move?
And my eyes were closed.
And your eyes were closed. How you go zip line with your eyes closed? You can't even see what's going on. A bird can fly right in your face. You have no idea.
First of all, you can't see anything. It's like jungle out there.
No. The first few, we talking about the first few. The first few were fine.
They all look the same to me.
Paige got stuck at least one time. And the dude
and the
had
people
to...
were laughing at me.
They were laughing. But the dude had to zip himself on. Come and then push Paige onto the next zip line. Onto the next to finish the course. So we got to like 5 or 6 of them. Then you can tell that they were stepping their game up. Like, oh, okay, we're gonna go higher, we're gonna go further. We had
to like walk what felt like a mile to get to one. You had to climb up hills and like these mini like mountain looking things. You had to climb these man-made towers.
So there was one man-made tower we had to climb. And that one was the highest of them.
It was really high.
And in that one actually, and I think that was the best one, because in the zip line you actually fly through trees. You fly through the jungle. You fly through like a man-made hole, but it's actual trees, but a man-made hole that they made in the trees that you're flying literally through in order to get to the next course.
How was that the best one for you?
It was because it was the best. You're flying through the air. That's the whole point of the zip line. So, but before we got to do that, as we climbed this man-made tower, it started storming.
While we stuck on the top of this rickety tower. They wouldn't back and forth.
Wait, I literally wrote the word rickety.
Because
you got called it that. But when we got to the top of the tower, they said, well, of course it's storming, and we didn't want, actually do the zip line for storming anyway. Like that's dangerous. And so, but they said, well, the storm is going to end soon, so we can just stay up here.
We gonna walk down? And they were like, no. And I was like, so what you mean no?
So they said, well, we can just stay up here and wait until the storm stops. So eventually the storm stopped, but as it's storming, it's a man-made tower. It's
the wind is blowing, the thing is shaking.
Because this is we're talking like 7-8 stories. So it's not like it's a short, this is pretty high in the air that we're at. And so, yeah, we made it. We got through it. Paige was not too happy.
You have to go so far and so deep into the jungle that even you're walking to one course, but then you're ziplining to the next thing. So there's no way to walk back.
Yeah, that was another part. It's kind of don't expect. I mean, technically you can walk back, but don't expect to.
There's really no way to walk back.
Yeah, I mean, just finish.
There were even everything. Water breaks on your walk to the different. That's how far we had to walk.
Yeah.
They had water breaks set up.
Sounds like a great time to me.
No.
So anyway, that's why we did it first thing in the morning. By the way, so we got through all the courses and rode our way back. It was a great time.
Oh no, we had to tell them about how they took the kids before they took us.
What do you mean?
When it was storming, and they were like, "Okay, we'll take the kids first."
Yeah.
And I was
because they're going to be especially when it's storming, the smaller people or kids, or in this case, if it's storming, they ride with them. So they'll double clamp. So you and the assistant or the person and the kid will double clamp on one hook, and then they'll just hold the kid while they're flying through the air. So because they're used to it. They're used to carrying their body weight, and then you have another person. So flying through there and carrying your body weight to the next course is helpful. But it was a lot of kids on there. So they decided to take all the kids, and Paige was like, when they gonna take us?
I don't know, them kids were the same size as me.
They were not like preteens.
But for the last one, we got to go together. And so that was the best one for me. I think that's when I finally peeked my eyes open a little bit.
On course 12 of the entire thing.
And it was still raining and stuff.
And so
rain was getting all in my eyes.
You were something else.
I had some good hair in though. My hair was still laid after that.
True. All right, so then that was my extravaganza, ziplining.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing time. Paige said, I asked Paige.
Debatable.
I asked Paige, will she ever do that again? And her resounding answer was,
no.
Not a chance in poop was the exact words.
We addressed it on the potty, the one with Shane and Janae. That was That was one of my experiences where it was like, I will never do that again. Gotcha. I'll never say never, because what if somebody's like,
for $1 million.
So it's like, I'll take your children unless you go on this zip line.
Well, you got dark.
See?
Okay, that got dark.
It'll have to be something like that.
Okay, I just meant for $1 million, like, or something. I thought you were going like the other end of that. Okay. All right. So that was my extravaganza. What was yours again?
It's called an excursion.
Extravaganza? The little dinner on the beach? The dinner in the water?
Dinner. It was a really nice dinner.
Now, we were in the faith at the time, but we were not eating as such. So I think we had... What was the dinner? Do you remember? I don't think it was...
It was buffet.
I know. I don't think it was kosher. Actually, I don't think what you ate was kosher.
Oh, the lobster?
Yeah.
It was fresh out the water, though.
Oh, my goodness. Paige. But it was a good dinner. It was a great dinner. It was a good time. We got pictures. Just hanging on the beach and kind of dinner for two. And they had candlelight and everything. And
we got to dress all cute.
Yeah, dressed up and everything.
And be all romantic. You know, things you're supposed to do on a honeymoon.
Like ziplining. I don't understand what...
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. So that was our extravaganzas. Excursions is what it's called. Excursions. Is that the right word? Okay.
Excursion.
What else? Anything else you remember from our honeymoon? From that day? From anything that I missed that we didn't mention?
When the guy was
I do remember one. Go ahead.
When he asked us if we needed something, and you remember I had to get like a razor, and I didn't have a swimsuit.
Yeah.
And so we were like trying to figure out how I was going to get one. And he was like, oh no, I'll just go in. I can take you guys to a shop. It's right outside of the gates. And we was like, no, sir, we are not living outside of these gates.
Wait, then we went on to Zipline. We was like, oh, that's the shop he was talking about. Okay, he probably was.
I still wasn't going to go. I don't know who was going to be around the corner of those gates. He was talking about walk to the edge. And I was like, I am not walking to the edge of this gate, risking my life for a swimsuit. So I went on ahead.
That's how we started off.
We paid that $60 for that swimsuit from the resort that I still have. Mel had it on today.
Mel had it on today. She must have knew that's what the party was about. One thing I didn't mention was, I think the first or second day, I signed us up for a meeting.
Here you
go. We almost got sold a timeshare.
You almost got sold a timeshare. I already knew what that was.
I didn't know nothing about timeshares. I ain't gonna hold you. So I didn't know the whole thing about they gonna just try to swindle you the entire time and then...
You never stayed at a resort before?
No, Paige. No. I haven't. So I didn't know what that... I mean, I've heard of it. I've seen it on TV shows, seen it on movies, but I wasn't thinking that at the time. I was just more of... And they took us around the entire spot. And they showed us at the resort over there. And then this is the one. And then boom, boom, boom. Then they brought you back to the place, brought you back to the building and shoot the breeze with you a little bit. Then they bring you a price. Then like, but listen, we ain't going to cost you. I got the hookup. So we're going to lower it for you. Just for you. Just for y'all. Because I trust you. Y'all my boys. Y'all my homies. I trust y'all.
That man did not like me.
No, he didn't, because you had the same face the entire time. You had the same face as if it was the same dude in the taxi that brought us there. Oh, really? Okay. No, go ahead. Go ahead with your little thing. Go ahead. Oh, we going around the whole... Okay, go ahead. All right. No, I don't mind taking a walk. I don't mind looking around. I need to know what's going on anyway.
Those people know when they have fresh meat on the premises.
And I was the freshest.
You was like,
because I'm gullible.
You're like, let's hear him out. I'm like,
But you know I'm gullible, and so that's why I'm glad I got you. That's why I married you. That's why we here. All right. But that's one thing I didn't put in the docket that I forgot was Okay, I almost tried to be sold to TimeShared. I almost got to TimeShared.
That's
TimeShared,
alright.
is that a verb? Can I make it a verb?
I got your back. You wasn't gonna get time shared.
Okay. As long as I ain't get TimeShared.
Time shared.
Anything else you can think of from the actual honeymoon? I mean, it was a good time. We had a great time.
Yeah, I mean, those are the top moments.
The
Highlights. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some other things that I'm just not gonna say. But
not on the potty, you're not. I know that much. We play cards.
Even that. Well, we play cards everywhere we go.
True. What you talking then?
I'll tell you after.
Wait, you ain't gonna leave the party like that.
Yes, I will.
Oh, I mean, we had some. Again, I don't know what you bringing up. So
I'm gonna let you know after. Dang.
Whatever. Now I gotta cut this out.
Not all of it, but maybe some of it.
Anywho,
but
okay.
All in all, we had a great honeymoon.
We did. We had a great honeymoon. Last thing.
Ooh.
Do you remember us exiting the DR? Do you remember that day?
Exiting?
So.
Oh,
Well, first, we woke up late.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our flight was at like 8 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Or 7 o'clock in the morning. Woke up late. The shuttle was late. When we finally got there, the shuttle was late. And you know, I'm supposed to be there like 2 hours before the actual, especially an international flight.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be there like 2 hours early. We got there like 30 minutes before our flight. Like 7:30 in the morning. It was 4:08. We got there like 7:30. We were hungover. Well, I was hungover. Yeah, and it was very stressful for me. Because we didn't pack the night before completely. We packed a little bit, but we was playing cards. We was shooting the breeze, watching Fresh Prince. I mean, it was a good time. But we didn't pack the night before as much as we should, so we had to pack that morning too and everything. I was like, I hope we didn't forget that. Goodness. Then I didn't think that I had my passport at one point. It was a whole thing. Do you not remember this?
Yeah, but I wasn't that nervous, I guess.
Oh, I was stressed.
Really?
My anxiety was on high.
I was just upset at like the daily conversion rates. It kept going up. Because you remember we converted our money before we left.
Mm-hmm.
And so having to
convert it back.
Having to do it there to get additional money.
Oh, that's
because we kept like paying like a bunch of like tips and stuff everywhere. So to get more money, you had to use whatever day rate that they had. And I was like, man, these people are trying to rip us off. Which was fine, but still.
You always think somebody out to get you. No, I give you that first one. They was out to. It looked like they was out to get us. I felt out to get. So again, how was our honeymoon? How was that experience? How was that time? I
would do it again.
You would do it again, specifically at DR.
I would go back to DR.
I rocks with DR. I rocks with them. I like the people. I like the people. The resort was nice as well, but I like the local as well. And what would you change anything about? Would you change anything about what we did there, or would you want to go somewhere else there? Like as far as local places, maybe a little less apprehensive about going outside of the resorts.
Mm-mm. Oh, I mean, unless everything has completely changed there, but no, I would go and stay on the resort. Have the same upgraded suite that we had. Do the same beachfront excursion.
Same ziplining. All right.
Never doing ziplining again. No. I'll maybe try a different
zipline.
No. There were other things you could do too. Like there was like a day boat, which I probably wouldn't do that. Yeah. Swimming with the dolphins, probably wouldn't do that either.
You can do a different beach dinner? Is that what you're saying?
A spa day. I would do that.
Oh my goodness. Paige, it's called an extravaganza for a reason. It's called an excursion for a reason. It's to excurge.
I'll probably do like one of
I don't
those
know what that word means.
you know how they have like the tasting things where you go through the city and you can like taste the local food and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they have one at DR though.
I think there was something like that where they take you to like the local shops during the daytime.
Oh.
But
I don't remember that one. But
maybe
ziplining was amazing.
it was not.
It most certainly was. See, you know what? If I was with Shane, you know what?
Yeah, y'all been ziplining all up and through DR.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I had a great time.
It was a good time.
I'm still trying to go to Jamaica
if what?
We can stop having these babies.
Well.
Because we were supposed to go.
Go ahead.
And we couldn't because I was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
The first time.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second time we had an opportunity to go. Why didn't we go?
I can't remember. I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember.
Something came up. We were like right on the cusp of going.
Mm-hmm. For our friend's birthday.
Yeah. And we had to miss that trip. And
then this last time we were supposed to go for our anniversary.
Oh, it was COVID.
Past May, but
yeah.
Them vids came out and wilded out. So, and then we can't go this year. We're going on something. We're doing something. We're doing a little something for our anniversary this year, for our baby moon / anniversary this year. But, but our first anniversary was nice. We went to MIA, Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a nice time.
That was a lot of fun.
Maybe we'll do an episode on that. Not the next one. Next one I already got in the bag.
The next topic.
Yeah, so, but maybe after that we'll do our 1 year anniversary trip.
Miami Adventures. Oh, and another thing I would never do is
no birds. Let's just go with no birds, man. We're gonna focus on that's a setup for the Miami trip. No birds.
Really? That's what you're gonna do? That's how you're gonna end it? I also was about to say I'll probably never have the Mama Wana again.
Mama Wana was,
it tasted so good.
It tastes delicious.
But
I have no idea what's in it. That's the only
that's the
trepidation
problem.
I have. I have no idea what's in it. I'm almost certain it's rum.
It has to be some sort of rum. That must be like their national
and I think it's some type of tea leaves of some sort.
It did taste kind of herby.
Yeah, it's not psychedelic, so I know it's not like any type of that type of herbs. But
like drugs and stuff.
Yeah, I know it's not that style, but I know it's some type of leaves flavored. So
yeah, it tastes like cinnamony or something.
Yeah.
That smell?
I think so. I think she's up. But we about done anyway. So this was good. This was fun.
Did you have a great honeymoon?
Hey, you babe. I was with you. Of course I did. It's a great time in a foreign country. Enjoying our best life. We got rings on our fingers, man. It was a great time. And any vacation with you, we've had plenty, but it was a good time. Again, like you said, we can play cards anywhere and shoot the breeze. So that's what the whole party's about in the first place.
The next one.
Mm-hmm. Which will be coming up in a couple of weeks. So it's a good time. Good time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank y'all for taking the stage.
Yes.
For having a few moments to just listen to our regular banter of what we do.
Us reminiscing.
You heard me? Shout out.
I wish I could get my honeymoon body back.
You will. You gotta. It's probably after the baby. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing it's probably after the baby you got the honeymoon body. You know? I think that's how like science or something, or or physics is one.
If you don't wrap this podcast up,
we'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Stay safe. Have a good one.